As an actress, I'm really blessed that I don't have stage fright.
Yeah.
I've never been afraid to get out and perform in front of people. I never was afraid of that. Now, are athletes sometimes afraid to perform, even though they're very good? Are they sometimes afraid to perform in front of an audience and freeze up?
Yes. And by the way, that's also what has made you special. I mean, I always look at things like winning and losing, which isn't great, but like you've dominated in your industry for so long, there's
Mm.
some special to you, right? Like obviously there's the external things. You're an amazing actress. You're beautiful. You prepared all the things we talked about when you were on my show. By the way, #1 show download in 18 months when you were on here,
Yeah.
which we
Thank
talked
you,
about
fans.
out
Mwah,
there.
mwah,
Like
mwah.
you blew it up. But yeah, I think not all athletes are afraid, but you know what a lot of people have? They don't want to let other people down. So,
Mm.
especially athletes, especially fighters, for example, who typically, not always, but typically are fighting to change their family tree. They're fighting
Mm.
to change their generational wealth in their family. They don't come from abundance. They're not just fighting for them. They're fighting so that their mother can get out of a neighborhood. They're
Mm.
fighting so that they can save money for education in their family. And so when you watch some of these fighters, boxers and UFC, whatever it might be, sometimes we forget these people representing a family. This fight means everything to them. This
Everything.
everything. So that can be a little bit different. The pressure I think that some of them feel just to do well and to perform. But human beings are human beings. We all have some insecurities. We all want to grow. We all want to get better. We're all curious. All that stuff's the
Mm.
same with everybody.
All right. So, how about this? When things don't go as planned, like
Right.
say in a career, a fight, a presentation, people have a tendency, they take it personal, thinking there's something wrong. Oh my God, I blew it, I blew it, I blew it. But maybe they just need to learn or work on their presentation a little bit better. How do you tell people, hey, it's okay, go back to the drawing board? You can do that. How do you stay motivating people to try again?
Great question. So yeah, what we do is like sometimes we put too much value on what we do and not who we are. And so when we do have a loss or we don't get a movie role or we make a pitch in business and we don't get it, we
Mm-hmm.
take it personally, right? But it's not a reflection of who you are as a person. Here's what happens though. So you have this thing that's your identity. And basically your identity is this, you have a very high one, Vivica. So an identity is the thoughts, concepts, and beliefs that you believe to be most true about you, like what you believe you deserve, what you believe you're worth, right? And that's like, there's a thermostat on the wall right here. That's the thermostat setting of your life. So if you're a
Mm.
75 degreeer in believing what you're worth, and you start to get 80, 85, 90, 95 degrees of results, you will unconsciously find a way to turn that air conditioner on of your life and cool it back to what you believe you
Really?
deserve. People do it. You've seen it in your business. People that have it going and then they start showing up late for a rehearsal, or they get temperamental, or
Aha.
it
Wait.
manifests itself in weird places. So sometimes an athlete or a business person, they win 3, 4, 5 fights and they're getting ready to fight for a championship, but they don't have a champion's identity. In fact, one of
Mm.
my fighters just said to me, she goes, I have a warrior's identity. And she's a wonderful fighter. And I said, I'm so proud of that. She goes, but I don't believe I'm a champion. And every time I
Mm.
get close to the championship, I don't believe I deserve it. And she's never won the belt. And so this is our identities govern everything. And so the key to our life is not just, doing more. We want to hustle because that is the key to life. But at the same time, it's increasing what we believe we deserve, what we're worth, so that when we get there, we don't turn the air conditioners down and cool our life back off again, or our career. That's what happens to most people, is their results start to exceed their identity. So that's why we want to work on ourselves and read and grow and listen to podcasts like this, so that we're growing ourselves, so that we grow into our future. We don't grow out of it.
Okay, now you just raised another good point, because I would call that a person being self-destructive.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's sabotage. But
Mm.
but
Mm.
why? Like, so
Yeah. Why?
that's the symptom, right? The symptom is I
Mm.
sabotage myself, right?
Mm.
What's the disease? The disease is low identity or not high enough identity. And the higher you climb in life, the more requisite it is that that identity grows with you. You're special, Vic. I'm not just saying this. Like, it's you unconsciously do so many things well. But if you start to survey your peer group 15, 20 years ago, where are they? Why aren't they
Mm.
evolved? Because they got to a point where those results exceeded who they thought they were worth. And in business, for example, if you're listening to this, or in a relationship, you can be in the most amazing relationship and you're like, this is going to last forever. And you wake up in 6 months, you're like, wow, it's over. What happened? You cooled it
Mm.
off because you didn't believe you deserved that level of love. You didn't believe you deserved that level of affection. So you might do it in a relationship. You might do it in you ever seen somebody who's out of shape, get in great shape? They've lost all the weight. They look amazing,
Yep.
but they have
Yeah.
the identity of a heavy person still. And you come back a year, 18 months later, and they put the weight back on again. Why? They know how to eat. They know how to work out, because inside they put that air conditioner on and gain that weight back. So you got to do both at the same time. This is the invisible things that change lives, is these things that we're discussing right now. That's what I work on with people.
I got this guy, he's just so positive. I love it. So listen, so many people start out with the idea that they want to work hard and that they want to achieve success. What would you say is the difference between working hard and living out your dream?
Well, the first thing I would say to somebody who says that is why? Why you want to do it? Because when resistance hits, that why is going to drive you through whatever that resistance is. So why do you want to work so hard? Why do you want this thing so badly? And it's got to be emotional. It's got to mean something to you, right? And I think sometimes people mistake hustling and working really hard for progress. Like what you're doing has to be working. And so it's important every once in a while to evaluate, is this thing I've done 100 times producing the result that I want, right? It's not just enough. I don't like people say, hey, you don't have to work hard, just work smart. I don't believe that. You and I both know the hardest worker in the room ends up winning. But at the high level, everybody's working hard, right? You got to get good. You got to get good at what you do. Like bottom line, if you're going to get great, if you're going to make your dream come true, you got to get great. If you're a biologist, be a great biologist. If you're an actress, be a great actress. If you're going to be a baseball player, get great at your craft. If you're a mother, be a world-class mother, right? Like get great at what you do. That gives us happiness in life when we're great at something. Not enough people get focused on just getting great. There's like, I'm just going to work. Okay, do that, but get better, grow, improve. Like read the room. Is this working? Should you adjust something? Like that's the things that I think that people fail to get. Like it's not just busting it, it's busting it and getting better.